Star Wars Rebels Rebel Assault. Hera leads a courageous attack against Grand Admiral Thrawn's forces, but when things go awry, her battle to win must become a daring escape if she is to survive. As always with my Rebel reviews, I point out my likes and dislikes of the episode, starting out with my likes. Number 1. It was cool to see Hera shining as a pilot, and it's really enjoyable to see her show off her flying skills. Out of the entire Rebel squadron, she was able to do the most damage to Thrawn's Imperial fleet, even to the point of impressing Thrawn himself. It's no wonder at all that she's one of the few characters on Rebels to actually survive through the entire series. Number 2. I gotta say, the atmosphere in this episode was really well done. It really felt like Hera was behind enemy lines, on the run and in trouble. She had to improvise a lot of the limited resources she had, and it kinda reminded me a little of those World War II films where an Allied pilot would need to survive while crash landing on German territory. Number 3. I was really not expecting Scarus to die, at least not yet. Although I'm glad, as I like seeing actual recognizable characters being killed off rather than just some faceless pilots or officers. Season 4 has been pretty good at offing Imperials from throughout the series. I'm just interested now to see when they'll start taking down some Rebels too. Okay, now for my dislikes. Number 1. The X-Wings. This part annoyed me so much. I was really excited to see this episode just so I could see how the Rebels obtained the X-Wings in canon, and that whole entire story was robbed from us. Instead, we magically see the X-Wings appear in the episode, despite not even being seen or mentioned at all in the entire series. But this episode made it seem like the Rebels now having them was no big deal at all. Also, there's no chance a 24 fighter squadron alone should have any chance getting past Thrawn's initial blockade. The whole assault in general was pretty poorly thought out and incredibly stupid. Number 2. So is it just me or did Rukh get nerfed? In Kindred, he was able to nearly beat Ezra, a trained Jedi Padawan and experienced fighter, only being stopped by Jaquel shooting at him, and even then they only narrowly escaped. Now, however, he struggles to beat 2 dazed pilots and an astromech who just crashed from orbit. I don't know, he just felt like he got completely nerfed in this episode. Rukh should have been able to take them all down in a couple of seconds, but instead he only gets Hera by catching her by surprise. And had the Imperial tanks not shown up in his second encounter of Hera, I still doubt he would have captured her at all. Number 3. So this bothered me just a little bit, as we really should have seen more of Ezra. Lothal is his home, and the main reason they're there is for him. But he strangely didn't really seem fazed by anything. No guilt for leading so many pilots to their death or anything. He just hops on his speeder and drives away like nothing happened. Overall, I just felt underwhelmed. It just seems like nothing surprising happened at all. We could tell from the trailers months ago how this episode would go down. X-Wings attack, fail, crash, Rukh fights Hera, captures her. There just wasn't anything that surprising or interesting that we didn't know about months in advance. And the one thing that I did want to get from this episode, the X-Wing backstory, we didn't get. Yeah, it did leave me wanting more to see how things continued, but that's more because it felt incomplete rather than extremely interesting. I'm still excited for the second half of the season, and it feels strange that by the time we see it, then The Last Jedi will have already come out. Still, I think this might have been one of the weakest episodes of Season 4, even more so than Crawler Commanders. It definitely needed a part 2, I'll tell you that, and maybe my opinion will change after seeing how things go next episode. But right now, I don't think this half of the season ended with a strong episode. But hey, that's just what I think. Now that you heard my thoughts on the episode, what do you all think about this? Did you agree or disagree with my likes and dislikes? Let me know in the comments down below. But that'll do it for my review. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.